The 10 Rings, 10 supernatural weapons that bestow on their possessor immortality and enormous power, are discovered by Su Wenwu thousands of years ago. In the course of history, Wenwu gathers an army of soldiers known as the 10 Rings, overthrows several kingdoms, and overthrows governments. In order to increase his strength, Wenwu starts looking for the town of Ta Lo in 1996. Ta Lo is claimed to be home to a number of mythological creatures. He locates the village's entrance, but Ying Li, the guardian, forbids him from going inside. They fall in love, get married, and have Shang-Chi and Xiaoling as their kids. To be with his family, Wenwu leaves the 10 Rings and his organization. Li is eventually killed by the Iron Gang, one of the 10 Rings' previous rivals, and Wenwu picks up the 10 Rings once more to massacre the Iron Gang and carry on his criminal activities. At age 14, Wenwu assigns Shang-Chi to kill the Iron Gang's leader when he starts his martial arts training. Following the completion of his mission, a frightened Shang-Chi flees to San Francisco and takes the name Sean. Shang-Chi currently works as a valet alongside his best buddy Katie. Shang-Chi and Katie are assaulted by the 10 Rings, commanded by Razor Fist, while riding the bus to work. Despite defeating them, Shang-Chi finds that his mother's necklace has been stolen. Shang-Chi intends to find Xiaoling because he worries that the 10 Rings may assault her for her pendant. He tells Katie about his background, and she agrees to assist him. They locate her in a secret fight club in Macau that she runs, where Xiaoling vents her anger at Shang-Chi and their father. The 10 Rings then attack the fight club, and Wenwu unexpectedly shows up to take Shang-Chi, Katie, and Xiaoling hostage. They are brought to the 10 Rings estate, where Wenwu tells that he thinks Li is still alive and is being held captive in Ta Lo. Wenwu then uses the 2 pendants to make a map that may be used to infiltrate the hamlet. After releasing his wife, Wenwu intends to demolish the town. When Katie and his children oppose, he imprisons them. With Trevor Slattery's assistance, the gang travels to Ta Lo to see Li's sister Ying Nan and warn the community about the 10 Rings under the guidance of Slattery's Hundun buddy Morris. She tells the group of Ta Lo's past, detailing how the soul-eating dweller in darkness and his henchmen invaded it a long time ago. The Great Protector, a dragon, helped imprison the dweller and his followers in a mountain, saving the community instead. Wenwu will use the rings to break the seal because, according to Nan, he has been tricked into thinking Li is still alive by the dweller in darkness. Shang-Chi, Xiaoling, and Katie train in the village in anticipation of their arrival. A battle breaks out as Wenwu and the 10 Rings arrive to break the seal. After a battle between Wenwu and Shang-Chi, Wenwu throws Shang-Chi into the neighboring lake. Wenwu starts using the rings to shatter the seal under the direction of Li's voice, but he has no idea how many of the Dweller in Darkness's minions are able to flee. To halt the minions, the villagers and the 10 Rings agree to a ceasefire. The Great Protector brings Shang-Chi back to life before he emerges from the ocean and engages the minions. Wenwu and Shang-Chi engage in another battle, with Shang-Chi winning. The Dweller in Darkness manages to flee thanks to the souls that the minions have stolen. Wenwu offers himself as a sacrifice to save Shang-Chi after realizing his wife is no longer alive and giving him the 10 Rings. Eventually, the combined efforts of Shang-Chi, the Great Protector, Xiaoling, and Katie succeed in killing the Dweller in Darkness. When Shang-Chi and Katie reach San Francisco, the sorcerer Wong calls them to camouflage. In a mid-credits scene, Shang-Chi asks Bruce Banner and Carol Danvers about the history of the rings and learns that they are emitted a strange signal. In a post-credits scene, Xiaoling takes over as the 10 Rings commander despite having promised her brother that she would dissolve the group.